He didn't just build cars. He built the system that built everything after him. He was the man who turned bolts, dreams, and deadlines into a revolution. And in doing so, he changed how the world makes money. In 1863, a curious farm boy from Michigan took apart his father's pocket watch just to see what made it tick. That small act of defiance was the first crack in the wall of the old world, a world where machines served the rich and the poor just watched them pass by. By 1896, he rolled out his first quadricycle, a noisy, four-wheeled dream of freedom. Henry Ford wasn't chasing luxury, he was chasing mobility for everyone. In a time when a car was a symbol of status, Ford dared to imagine it as a household tool. His vision was a car for the common man, built by the common man. It had to be simple, reliable, and cheap enough that the very person who built it could one day drive it home. The Model T, born in 1908, was that dream on four wheels. It wasn't just a product, it was a revolution wearing tires. But dreams alone don't scale. Efficiency does. In 1913, Ford introduced something the world had never seen: the moving assembly line. Instead of men chasing the car came to them. Production time for a single car dropped from over 12 hours to just 90 minutes. Costs plummeted. Output exploded. The machine age had finally found its heartbeat. Then came the announcement that shook Wall Street and Main Street alike: $5 a day. In 1914, Ford doubled the average worker's pay. Economists called him insane. Investors called him reckless. But the workers, they called him a hero. Ford wasn't being generous, he was being strategic. Better wages meant loyalty, lower turnover, and most importantly, a new class of consumers who could actually afford the very cars they were building. Ford didn't just pay people more. He gave birth to the modern middle class. To control the chaos of mass production, Ford created a new kind of order. His factories ran like clockwork, and his workers moved like gears in a grand machine. He despised waste. Waste of time, waste of motion, and waste of imagination. But this obsession with control came at a price. He monitored his employees' homes, banned alcohol, and dictated their morals. Ford built freedom for the masses, yet he imposed strict discipline on the very people who made that freedom possible. To him, control was efficiency. To others, it was tyranny with a smile. When the world went to war, Ford's factories became arsenals. The same assembly line that once built Model Ts now churned out bombers and tanks. He claimed to hate war, but he loved machines too much to stop them from fighting. The same efficiency that moved America forward could now be used to move nations into battle. Ford's personal creed was simple: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. He believed in the power of ordinary hands guided by extraordinary systems. In his world, innovation wasn't just a sudden flash of genius. It was the product of repetition, precision, and tireless patience. He was the one who turned labor into leverage and process into profit. But time is a machine that no man can control. As the years went on, Ford resisted change. He pushed back against electric starters, new designs, labor unions, and even modern management. The very system he had built eventually outgrew its creator. By the 1940s, the Ford Motor Company was still massive, but its founder was fading, clinging to the past as the future sped away without him. Yet, his fingerprints are on everything we build today, from smartphones to rockets. The idea that innovation must scale, that the masses deserve access to life-changing technology, that's pure Ford. He didn't just build cars, he built a middle class. He turned motion into money and efficiency into an empire. And for every entrepreneur still chasing disruption today, just remember, Henry Ford did it first, with grease on his hands and fire in his eyes. In the end, Ford's greatest invention wasn't the automobile. It was the blueprint for modern capitalism itself. Thanks for watching Chronicles of Capital. If you enjoyed this journey into the mind of a titan, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. See you then.